Welcome to Gothenburg, Sweden's vibrant coastal gem. In this video, we'll be exploring the top 10 things to do in this captivating city. From historic landmarks to scenic wonders, get ready for an unforgettable adventure. Let's dive right in. Number 10. Fiskekårka. On a canal side in central Gothenburg is the city's fish and shellfish market. You'll be forgiven for mistaking this building for a church, as its design was inspired by Norwegian stave churches and medieval Gothic architecture, hence the name, Fish Church. The market opened in 1874 and was a technical marvel at the time as there are no pillars inside, with a roof supported instead by powerful beams. This should be your first stop for ocean-fresh fish and shellfish caught on the day. There are also 2 highly rated restaurants at the market, a few options for takeout, and even a stall that will shuck your oysters for you and pair them with wine. Number 9. Avennen. Beginning at Kungsportsbron, the bridge over the canal, and slicing diagonally through the city is Gothenburg's broad and princely avenue. It was laid out in the 1800s to link a new upmarket neighborhood southeast of the center with the old fortified city. For shopping, nightlife and dining, Avennen is the cream of the crop. In the daylight hours you can potter around the chain stores, high-end fashion houses and one-of-a-kind boutiques, and after dark you can paint the town red at all manner of eateries and night spots. Bring a sense of adventure too, as the connecting streets like Södervägen merit a detour, while to the west rise the neoclassical mansions of the posh Vasa neighborhood. Number 8. Universium. Close to Liseberg is an attraction that approaches scientific topics in engaging, child-friendly ways and has a host of animal exhibits over 7 floors. The centerpiece is the Ocean Zone, which has an immense ocean tank inhabited by sharks and tropical species, and a touch tank where little ones can find out what raised backs feel like. You can also enter an indoor tropical rainforest, spotting colorful birds, sloths and monkeys on the branches above. On a very different tack is the Kaleido exhibition, where kids can explore criminal science, the cosmos and find out how lasers work, and Explora, a sort of experiment zone using cutting-edge technology. Number 7. Trädgårdsföreningen. Gothenburg's most central park may well be its prettiest, as the Garden Society of Gothenburg has hardly changed since the 19th century. It was inaugurated in 1842 by King Carl XIV Johan and thanks to its meticulous preservation has been given listed status in Sweden. There are historic buildings in the park, like the cute coffee house that dates to 1874. But the postcard image is the magnificent Palm House, Palmhuset, erected in 1878, based on London's Crystal Palace and containing tropical species. In June and July the Rose Garden's 6,000 bushes are in bloom for a spectacle of color and fragrance that will stay with you. Number 6. Slottsskogen. Southwest of Haga is Gothenburg's main park, in 137 hectares of restful greenery. The east side is a planned English garden with flowing lawns and paths that weave between old-growth trees. The rest has been left to nature, and is taken up by linden, oak and beech woodland. If you need to squeeze in a morning run, this is the place to go, and there are also adventure playgrounds, an observatory, miniature golf and other sports facilities. The free zoo at the center of the park dates to 1876 and has Nordic animals like moose, Gotland ponies, deer, and domestic animals like goats, pigs and sheep. Number 5. Gotenburg Archipelago. Close to Gothenburg you can embark on a journey through the little granite islands of the southern and northern Gothenburg Archipelago. The southern islands, below the mouth of the Gota Älv, are designated car-free. You'll catch a ferry from Saltholmen and can use that ticket to jump from island to island, calling in on painted fishing villages and old shipping settlements, and taking kayak trips on glassy water and hikes in nature reserves. The northern archipelago is more inhabited and connects to Gothenburg via a car ferry. Number 4. Haga. You'd never know it today, but this cute neighborhood southwest of the city center used to be a slum with a seedy reputation. Haga is a grid of cobblestone streets flanked by brick warehouses and uniform 19th century houses with wooden facades. These charming buildings were scheduled to be torn down during redevelopment works in the 1970s, but Gothenburg's citizens got together to preserve its character. Haga is now the city's hippest neighborhood, and has no shortage of cafes, delicatessens, independent shops and reasonably priced restaurants. Number 3. Liseberg. This thriving amusement park goes back to 1923 and draws big crowds today. Liseberg has a traditional character and abounds with greenery and woodland, but its lineup of high-tech rides is constantly evolving. The steel roller coaster Helix was unveiled in 2014 and the state-of-the-art Valkyria is in the pipeline for 2018. But if there's one roller coaster that you cannot leave without riding, it's the bone-shuddering Balder, a wood-tracked coaster that ranks among the best rides of its kind every year. All ages are accommodated at Liseberg, so those adrenaline rides are combined with thoughtfully designed kids' amusements like merry-go-rounds, flying elephants and dragon boats. Number 2. Botanical Garden. Gotenburg's sprawling botanical garden covers 175 hectares in the center of the city, and also encompasses a nature reserve and arboretum. Around 4,000 of its plants are kept in greenhouses, so the attraction is full of life in any season. Inside is the largest collection of orchids in the country, numbering 1,500 in total. Also undercover is an Easter Island tree, Savor toromiro, which will fascinate botanists as it's extinct in its natural habitat. The arboretum meanwhile has trees from all over the world, neatly ordered and labeled, and in summer the rock garden is a treat for its waterfall and more than 6,000 plant species. Number 1. Gothenburg Museum of Art. The prestigious museum opened in 1923, in time for Gothenburg's international exhibition. You can come to appreciate works from across Europe painted from the 1400s to the 21st century. But the museum's acclaim comes from its 19th-century Nordic art, by famous and familiar names like Edvard Munch, Peter Severin Kreuer, Bruno Liljeffers and Anders Zorn. The French collection deserves your time for its works by Gauguin, Picasso, Monet, Chagall and Van Gogh. And for lovers of the Renaissance and Baroque, there are pieces by Van Dyck, Rembrandt, Rubens and Jacob Jordaens. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video helpful and subscribe to our channel for more exciting travel guides.